Bro, you're probably invited to a party or you've decided to go to a bar and a club and have your own party and approach a girl while doing it, but you don't know where to start. Now, when the word party comes to our mind, most of the guys want to have a pleasant experience. They want to go out, have multiple conversations with multiple women, थोड़े बहुत लोगों से भी बात करेंगे and have a decent time while doing it. But what happens when you actually go to a party? You're standing on the corner with a beer in your hand, thinking about approaching women, thinking about approaching people, but don't know where to start. And that happens because of overwhelming social anxiety that actually holds us back from truly expressing ourselves. क्योंकि हमें हमेशा लगते रहता है that if I approach this girl, what are people gonna think? What is this girl going to think? If I talk to this group, I hope everything goes okay. I hope they don't see me as a creep. They don't see me as a loner. कि ये बंदा अकेला हमसे बात करने क्यों आया है? Now I remember the first party I ever attended. Now this was back when I was 17 years old, and one of my friends invited me to this bar. He was actually having his birthday party in a bar. So I ended up going to the bar. My friend was ready with the fake ID. I was quite nervous, and I also had a perception about the bars. Bars की मेरी ये perception थी कि bars are going to be extremely crowded. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग होंगे जो negative elements होंगे, probably because they're tattooed or they're too buffed up, and they end up getting into fights. So I have to be very careful. Now with that kind of a perception, I was just with my own group. I was having a decent time until this one girl joined. Now this girl joined us, and this girl was my friend's friend. She joined us. I wanted to have a conversation with her. I found her beautiful. I found her pretty. And I was thinking कि किस तरीके से मैं इससे बात शुरू करूँ ताकि दूसरे लोगों को awkward ना लगे. Plus, she also doesn't think of me as a creep. Until the time I'm thinking about all of this, a random dude just enters our party. He approaches the girl like this, spins the girl and ends up making out with her. और मैं देखते रह गया and I was extremely jealous. मेरी पूरी रात खराब हो गई वहाँ पे. I couldn't show it to my friends because it was his birthday. I was still standing there, but I literally wanted to leave home. And that was the moment I decided never again. This is not going to happen with me again. I'm going to learn everything that it takes to actually be good at this. But it's been a decade since this story. Now I've gone to 15 plus countries, learned the art of seduction, went to a lot of parties, approached a lot of people, built a lot of social circles, and ended up dating a lot of women as well. Coming back to India, I've also coached a lot of men on the art of social calibration, on approaching people, on how to attract high quality women. So if you actually want a step-by-step method, click the pinned comment and sign up for this free masterclass that I'm doing next week. And today we're going to break down a step-by-step method on how you can go and approach any girl in any party. Now, सबसे पहले तुम्हें पार्टी का premise समझना पड़ेगा. Have you been invited to that party through your friends? Is it a social circle kind of a setting जहाँ पे तुम लोगों को already जानते हो? Or is it a bar or a club that you're planning to go? Now, if you don't have a lot of friends, if you don't have a big social circle, don't worry because you can just go to a random bar or a random club and actually have a good time. You can have a party by your own self. Now, these days, there's also a lot of parties happening through Instagram, parties happening through these house party applications. So you can also check that out. Now, premise समझना party का बहुत important है. Because based on the premise, आपकी flirtiness matter करेगी. What I mean is, if you're invited to a social circle setting, if you go there, I would suggest toning down the flirtiness and just having more of a chit-chat conversation. But if you're going to a bar and a club, have that flirty conversations with women because most of the women are also coming to bars and clubs to actually socialize and interact with people. They're coming to actually meet people and also have a good time while doing that. So act according to the scenario. Now, one more thing that helped me in my journey was having a collaborative mindset. क्योंकि याद है जिस तरीके से मैं तुम्हें बता रहा था that I had this negative perception about people who go to bars and negative perception about bars itself that actually held me back for a very long time to express myself. But over the period of time क्योंकि मैं बाहर जाता गया and I realized जो भी मेरे दिमाग में negative perception है, it's just a perception. ये सच नहीं है. The more I went there, the more I interacted with people, the more social circles I built, the more friends I had, I realized that okay, this is just something in my head. But it's not the actual reality. And I want you to think, why do actually people go to a party? They go to a party to socialize, they go to a party to have a good time, they go to a party to have fun. They don't go to a party to fight, confront, or mess you up. They don't go to a party to abuse you. So they're going out to actually have a good time. And if you're also going out to have a good time, then you can have a collaborative mindset with them. अब तुम जब भी एक पार्टी में जाते हो, I want you to understand this simple concept of value. What is value? तुम एक पार्टी में जा रहे हो, that's a confined space. मतलब एक बंद एरिया है जहाँ पे तुम जाके लोगों से बात कर रहे हो, interact कर रहे हो. So what is going to happen? Over there, everything that you do is either going to add value or lower your value. मतलब अगर तुम बार पे खड़े होकर लड़कियों को स्कैन कर रहे हो, your value is significantly going to drop. But अगर तुम multiple लोगों से बात कर रहे हो and people can see that you're having a good time, other people are having a good time with you, what is going to happen is you're going to build social proof and you're also going to build a lot of value. people are naturally gonna be gravitated towards you. So make sure next time तुम कभी भी किसी पार्टी में जाते हो, you start approaching people from the get go. मतलब तुम एंटर करते ही लोगों से बात करना शुरू कर देते हो. Now you might be thinking कि मैं लोगों से किस तरीके से बात करना शुरू करूंगा, because that was my question when I first went to a party. Now the best way to start conversation is through a compliment. You can just go up to a girl and you can just be like, hey, I just wanted to compliment you on your outfit. Now what matters is not the compliment in itself, but what matters is the way you're saying it. If I just say your outfit is amazing, it's not going to land that well. You need to be more expressive with your words, with your facial expressions, with whatever you're saying. Now you might think, okay, if I meet a girl but she's not wearing that exceptional outfit, what do I say? I want you to check out this clip on how do I approach this girl. Now if you can see what I did over here is I gave her a basic compliment and I just started the conversation. And that is actually the best way to start a conversation in a party. क्योंकि तुम्हें एक बात समझनी पड़ेगी, एक लड़की बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम लेती है to get ready before she comes to that party. Now, if you're a guy who's complimenting that, she's going to feel good about herself. She's going to be much more likely to have a conversation with you. Now, I do understand अगर तुम ये पहली बार कर रहे होगे, maybe you don't have that courage to give a compliment to a girl. Or maybe you're going to a party and the girl is not wearing something exceptional और तुम्हारे दिमाग में आ रहा है कि अब मैं इसको compliment क्या दूँ? उस time पे you can just do an introduction approach. I want you to check out this clip. Now, what I do in this clip is just go up to the girl and just tell her, hey, it's Arnav, nice to meet you. Now, you can just do an introduction, assume that the girl knows you, assume that the girl is going to give you a good response, and just go with a lot of confidence. Now, 99% of the times this is going to work because you appear a lot more comfortable, you appear a lot more confident as well. क्योंकि तुम अपने दिमाग में सोच रहे हो that the girl already knows you and that's how you're approaching her. My personal favorite way of introducing myself is, hey, I guess I'm late, my name is Arnav. Now, this is my personal favorite way. Test it out for your own self. Let me know in the comments if it worked for you. And अगर तुम्हें इंट्रोडक्शन करते हुए भी डर लग रहा है, you're thinking कि मैं कैसे जाके किसी एक रैंडम लड़की को हाय बोल दूँ, मैं कैसे जाके उससे अपना नाम बोलूँ, and how do I just start the conversation? Then you can also aim for an observational opener. Observational opener में तुम्हें सिर्फ इतना करना होगा that you can observe something about the party and you can just talk to the girl. Oh damn, it's so crowded today. Maybe you can just make an observation, tell the girl, oh damn, it's so crowded today. It's always this crowded and you can start a conversation like that. Or maybe you can just take a drink, a cocktail, and you can just tell her, this place has the craziest cocktails. Do you know what's the name of this? I am just searching for the name of this. I have no idea. And you can start a conversation like that as well. If you want to learn in detail about this, you want to learn exactly what to say, how to carry that conversation forward, and how to set a date with that girl, click the pinned comment and join my masterclass because I'll be teaching you a step-by-step method on how you can date high-quality women. So now you've started a conversation with a girl. तुम एक party में हो, एक चीज का तुम्हें ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा is the loud music. Because in most of the parties, what is going to happen? It's going to be loud music environment. Loud music environment means it's very tough to actually have a conversation with the girl. So what you need to do is you need to work on your vocal tonality. You need to talk from the diaphragm instead of talking from the chest. You need to breathe deeper. Now what happens when I'm standing my ground, I'm drawing the energy from the ground, I'm talking from my diaphragm, my voice sounds a little bit more bassy and it's able to cut through the music. So if I'm talking to a girl, she's able to hear me clearly. But most of the guys have this problem that they're in loud music environments, they don't know how to talk. क्योंकि वो दूर से लड़की से बात कर रहे होते हैं. एक और चीज़ मैं आपको फिगर आउट कराना चाहता हूँ. I want you to watch this video. I want you to see exactly how I'm talking to the girl. I'm very close to the girl and it's a very intimate conversation. मतलब मैं जब लड़की से बात कर रहा हूँ, she's so close to me that she can experience me. She can smell me, she can see me, she can probably feel me as well. So what you need to do जब तुम एक लड़की के इतना करीब हो, you need to make sure that you have a good cologne, you have a good perfume, maybe a good deodorant, also some breath mints. That's very important because you're going out to a party, you're going to eat, you're going to drink, and you're going to talk to a girl just so close, it's not going to happen. She is going to reject you if you don't have breath mints. Now, when you're actually having a conversation in a party, also understand the woman's perspective. कि वो वहाँ पे रहना भी चाहती है और maybe she wants to socialize and mingle with other people as well. Now, when you're having a conversation with a woman, especially in a party, you also need to focus on her body language. Does she want to socialize at that moment or she wants to only talk to you? Now, learning how to read the body language of a girl is very important अगर तुम पार्टी में किसी लड़की को approach करना चाहते हो और तुम समझना चाहते हो कि तुम में interested है भी कि नहीं. And for that reason, I've also created a video just for you guys on only the 5 things that you need to know to learn how to read her body language in the right way. Click over here to watch that video.